afternoon, guys. Everyone hear me okay there? Thanks for the introduction, Paul, there. So my name's Patrick Flood. I am the Technical Director at Juta. Juta is a manufacturer. I'll just run you through what we do. I am a chartered geologist. I was a geotechnical engineer for about 12 years, involved in superstructure design across Europe. The last 5 years or so of my career I've been more involved with the manufacturers, and my job at Juta is to ensure all the products we manufacture are made to comply with relevant standards all across the world, as well as driving forward product innovations and development and raising awareness and educating people on the sustainable use of geosynthetics in general. I'm going to quickly talk to you today, it's only a 10-minute session, some of the challenges we face as manufacturers in this sustainable marketplace, as well as the interpretation and different interpretation that the market has with regards to sustainable materials. So just quickly, a little bit about Juta. We're a Czech manufacturer, 330 million euro turnover, 2,200 employees, 14 factories. One of the main questions I get asked at the minute is about Brexit. So as a Czech manufacturer supplying into the UK, how will Brexit affect us? I have no idea. If I knew the answer to that question, I probably wouldn't be stood here talking to you. I'd be in the Bahamas, because if I can predict the future, I don't need to be stood here talking to you, trust me. We're a geosynthetic manufacturer. I daren't ask the question, but I'll run over what a geosynthetic is, just for everyone. So a geosynthetic. Geo refers to Earth. Synthetic is synthetic material, so anything which is human-made or man-made. So the definition of a geosynthetic is a highly engineered product from polymeric materials used with soil, rock, earth or other geotechnical engineering materials as an integral part of a man-made project, structure or system. So, excuse me, highly engineered polymer materials, manufactured in controlled conditions, so everything's made to set specifications, to perform critical functions. These are sustainable products which are both cost effective and provide construction solutions. Common construction geosynthetics, geogrids, geotextiles, roofing membranes, gas, waterproofing materials. So a lot of the time a geosynthetic, you wouldn't see it because it's covered, but it would be performing a critical function. So keeping a basement dry, keeping hazardous gas out of a building to protect residents and inhabitants of structures. The Hackett report, I wasn't sure whether to actually touch on this, but I will do. Although, it must be clear, Juta is not a cladding manufacturer, so don't start throwing stones. One of the things that came out of the Hackett report was this general sense in the industry at the minute of the race to the bottom. So we're in this cost-driven culture where everything is rush, 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 and it's driven by price. So price is king. So no matter what the material does, is it the cheapest product? If it is, I'm listening, I'll use it. And this culture of ignorance. So is cost-effective, like sustainable, appropriate, efficient use of materials? Are we ensuring as an industry we're delivering quality, sustainable solutions? The underlying message through the report, which affects the entire industry, is that we've got to embrace change. We've got to start doing things better, more efficiently, and seeking innovations. So copy and paste mentality, there's this, oh, we did it that way before, so it's all right, there wasn't a problem there before. That's not the way forward. We need to stop, think about what we're doing, look at innovative products, look at providing best possible systems and solutions to deliver these long-term sustainable aims. So as a manufacturer, how do we interpret long-term quality and sustainability? So that for us means that it's suitable for the intended function, first and foremost. It's fit for purpose, so it's going to perform as intended, and it's designed to last. And this is one of the biggest conflicts we have in the industry, this designed to last. So if it's performing a function, for how long is a material designed to perform that function for? So when we look at recycled and reused materials, this is where the conflict comes from. So if I go to an end user and say we're providing a sustainable product, they instantly think we're using recycled material in the manufacturing process. The manufacturer interprets that as a limited design life or replacement of a natural resource. The issue we have as a plastics manufacturer, not single use, is that raw material, where recycled, it has durability limitations. So whenever we incorporate an element of recycled material, we can't guarantee the homogeneity of the raw material supply. So we can only give a limited durability statement, so that may be 5 years or 25 years, but certainly not as much as 60 years or 120 years, which is required for structural buildings. So it leads to this split, the split approach in products we manufacture and produce. So we've got what we call LLGs, so limited lifetime geosynthetics. These are usually manufactured incorporating an element of recycled material. We can manufacture with 100% recycled material or natural fibres for erosion control, for example, which provide a short-term solution. So it's a short-term fix. It's not designed to last. Yeah? Normally designed to last between 1 and 5 years in the built environment. Then we have ELGs, which are extended lifetime geosynthetics. These are the critical function materials, so these are materials which are providing resistance to ground gas, structural waterproofing, roofing membranes, which are designed to perform that function for a minimum period of 50 years. So Eurocodes or European standards dictates lifetime building is 60 years. In the UK, British Annex is 50 years. So this is why you'll hear 50 and 60 years. So fire retardant layers, touching on the Hackett report, how long are they designed to perform that function? So a lot of these materials are coated, so they'll be manufactured or produced using a component, and then the fire retardant element is added to it. So the core component may be designed to last for 60 years, but with particular regards to fire retardancy, that might only be designed to last for between 1 and 5 years. And this is an issue which we'll touch on, in terms of what the industry is doing, how we should be addressing this element of ignorance. Yeah? So sustainability for a manufacturer as well also means investment in new technology. So we are improving our energy efficiency. So that's a sustainable way of manufacturing. A lot of the materials out there are manufactured on 70-year-old lines, very old technology, very energy inefficient. So investment in new technology, producing things more energy efficiently. Investment in new products, so innovative products that can provide multiple functions. Again, is a sustainable way of manufacturing. So if we can produce a product which performs 3 different functions, gas, water, hydrocarbon, then that's a sustainable approach because we're reducing the need for 3 different materials, each of those aspects. And we aim to reduce the amount of natural materials used in construction. So for example, a whole road or piling mat for basement construction, if you incorporate a geosynthetics, which is a geogrid, you can reduce the amount of aggregate required to be delivered to sites. That's a carbon footprint reduction. You're reducing both the excavation and transport of an aggregate. We then knock through onto the legal requirements. So CE marking and product declarations. Manufacturers are legally required to declare critical performance criteria for these products. So it's reasonable to expect, and again, a lot of what we talk about is common sense. If I'm selling a material which is sold as a fire retardant material designed to last for the lifetime of the building, so 60 years, then I should be able to justify that. I should be able to give you the information that says the product does what's written on the tin. And that doesn't happen. You might think, this is crazy, the guy's talking crazy. It surely happens. It doesn't. It doesn't happen as much as you think. Marketing literature, I have a massive problem with marketing literature. It's not sufficient to enable an informed decision. So product looks great, it's got fancy marketing, we look around at a show like this, some lovely stands, a lot of money been spent on these stands. Where's the technical information? Where's the legally required declaration of performance? What's it going to do? How does it do it? How long does it last? So we've got to apply common sense. So for me, it's about stripping this back to basics. So ask for information again. You know, you may think, well, of course we do as engineers or as architects, as end users, of course we ask for the information. Go back to your offices, ask your staff, are they asking for information, or are they just copy and pasting what's been done before because they've no time. You know, time is our most limited resource. We need to slow down in general. So your manufacturers and suppliers should have this information. It is legally required. How else can you satisfy yourselves as end users that material is fit for purpose and suitable for the intended function? Guidance is great, we always say this. It's not prescriptive. So no guidance documentation out there tells you what to do and exactly how to do it. It's all there for guidance. You must make a professional judgment on all of these documents. Learning from our mistakes in industry, again, you know, I'm banging on about this copy and paste mentality that stifles innovation. So that's this ignorance thing. So we're not looking for innovative, new, sustainable solutions. We're just using what we've always used. You know, I mean, God forbid, the Grenfell Tower disaster, that was a classic example where no one really questioned it. You know, there's lots and lots of tower blocks out there with this incorrect cladding system on there because they never questioned it. They just carried on doing what they've been doing until something disastrous happened. Education and continued professional development, this combats ignorance. So as an industry, we should be looking to CPDs, sessions like this where we can raise our awareness, challenge what we're doing, debate it, discuss it. It's the best way to learn. And third-party certifications, obviously I've been invited here by the BBA, so it's always nice to give them a final prop. But that independent certification is a check on your data. So as a manufacturer, if we want a BBA certificate to certify our product for a particular application, they will vet all of our information, all of our test data. Is it suitable? Is it fit for purpose? So we should be seeking some level of third-party verification on these systems by way of a BBA certificate. So thank you for listening to me very briefly there.